Yo, what's going on, YouTube people? Welcome back to Techy Tuesdays. This is my weekly show where we talk about the latest and greatest wins and fails in technology. No! So, I've got a fair bit of a news title today. There's actually like not that much interesting happening in the world of tech. But what I do have to share is quite juicy. You know, it's quite the very first piece of news that I'd like to talk about is something that I'm sure you've all heard about before. So, this story has two parts to it. What is it? Oh, fuck, what was it called? I think it was Watch Me Forever. I believe their account has been taken down. Yes. Now, you guys didn't know what Watch Me Forever was. Watch Me Forever is an AI generated show that was running 24/7. It was supposed to go on indefinitely, but as we all know retrospectively, that didn't quite happen. It had to do with a really awful anti-transgender joke that was made on the show that resulted in mass reporting that it had taken down. I'm not going to show you that. So this ended up going on for about 2 months, and then it got banned. I don't know if it's for the better or for the worst. Frankly, it is terrifying that a show is completely automated now. Anyway, I'm giving this a fail. I don't understand why this had so many viewers, man. I tuned in for like 30 minutes, dead ass. Like there was nothing, man. There was absolutely nothing that was like that made sense. Anyway, fail. And we lead that fail directly into a huge win. A report from Digitimes in Taiwan says Intel has decided to slash the price of its 12th generation Ultra Lake core processors by up to 20%. So to be clear, this is speculation, this is a leak, but these CPUs, they still be pretty fast, boys. If this does check out, if this holds to be true, it'll be nice because it's going to be even cheaper to build a CPU these days. This right here, biggest W of the week, easily starting off strong. Absolutely awesome. Go buy Intel. AMD. So now we have a fail though. It's kind of a win because NVIDIA fixed it, but it's just a fail. If you have a relatively recent NVIDIA GPU, Discord pushed an update that added AV1 support for the 40 series. And NVIDIA discovered through their own research that this update was causing a lot of people to have memory clock issues with their graphics cards. What that means, your GPU is supposed to be this fast, right? This fast, but it was only running down here. NVIDIA hasn't disclosed why or how this happened, but somehow Discord in their divine wisdom was like, we're gonna push this update and surely nothing will go wrong. And then it all went to and it all failed and it went wrong. Anyway, this has been fixed. You just have to update your NVIDIA driver and then it will add the profile. But you know what? It's good that they implemented a fix. Like, I want you guys to imagine that you were just playing, like, what is it, League of Legends, for example, and you're running at only 1,000 frames per second instead of 1,200. It's the end of the world for us gamers, guys. Eric says that disabling hardware rendering in Discord also fixes it. So there you go, chat. If you're having this problem, disable hardware rendering in Discord or buy an AMD graphics card. We're getting to the next fail. But I'm calling this a fail because it is definitely a fail, but it's a win in terms of entertainment value. This headline just is beautiful, man. Pet fish commits credit card fraud on owner using a Nintendo Switch. I want you to all just absorb what I just said. In a freak series of seemingly random events, a Switch owner's pet fish accessed his eShop account and added funds to it using his credit card. The crime was caught on video during an unsupervised live stream. Hundreds of viewers watched as the little fish stole their owner's identity while he was gone. Basically, the TLDR is that Mute Kimaru channel was doing a live stream where they wanted their pet fish to finish Pokemon Sapphire by moving around the fishbowl, right? To quote the article here, the identity theft occurred while Mute Kimaru was away from the YouTube live stream. The game went swimmingly, with the fish winning several battles. At the 1,144-hour mark, the game crashed, as games sometimes do. But without Mute Kimaru present to fix the situation, the system continued registering inputs from the fish. Eventually, the pesky little critters got the Nintendo eShop to come up twice, and entirely by chance, registered the correct sequence of inputs to add 500 yen, or about $4 to Mute Kimaru's account from his credit card that was saved on the Switch. They also exposed his credit card information to everyone watching. Oh boy, probably the biggest fail of the week, but like, it's the biggest win in our hearts. Wouldn't you guys agree, chat? It's a fail, like, but it's a harmless fail, and it's really funny. All right, here's a win for China. A company called MTT. They have a GPU called the S80. The S80 performs about equivalent to the weird middle sibling of a 3060 and a 3060 Ti. The graphics are though. The drivers are they don't really work well at all, but it does run games okay. Or certain things don't work on the GPU for the record. But anyway, this one I'm giving a W. I'm giving a W because frankly, if this graphics card ends up hitting the market like in any meaningful way, it could be good for one major reason, guys. I think you guys would agree. We need more competition in the graphics card space, man. Anyway, now I'd like to apologize, guys. I'm bringing my opinion on the Techy Tuesday, okay? So I apologize. I didn't want to have to make this video, you know? But MrBeast, why has YouTuber faced criticism for blind surgery video? Twitter, rich people should help others with their money. Me, okay, I'll use my money to help people, and I promise to give away all my money before I die. Every single penny. Twitter, MrBeast bad. There is a lot to unpack here. And by a lot, I mean basically nothing. So I'm gonna read a couple of the quotes here from BBC that BBC found from people on Twitter, Reddit, etc. One thing I do agree with is this one right here. One Twitter user notes, the fact it took charity for these people to get help highlights the problem. I agree. I do think that it's fucked up that there are literally millions of people who have eye problems and have cataracts, and it is a 10-minute surgery, quite literally, that can completely clear up their vision. That is all that it takes. But the reason it's not done is because all these governments, you know, including the US government, it's not covered. It sucks that MrBeast had to be the one to do it in this case for those people, but that doesn't take away from the fact that he did a good thing. This is something that I strongly disagree with. Is this comment right here? Paying for 1,000 blind people to have eye surgery is a nice thing to do, but using that act of generosity into content turns it into a tacky and tasteless act of charity. So here's the thing, right? In order for MrBeast to actually, you know, have the money to pay for 1,000 people's surgeries, he needs to have money. And this is the number one thing that really annoys me about this whole situation. He's using it for content, so it's not actually real. And it's like, that money comes from the content. Even if it was like, you know, quote unquote charity, he's still doing a good thing. Oh, and also there were a lot of people saying that he was doing the video purely for financial gain, as quoted here in the article. The average MrBeast video lost $1.5 million last year, which is true, by the way. Some of Jimmy's finances are public, and also he's talked about this at length on several podcasts. But the point is, this whole thing up here is ridiculous. And between you guys and me, I don't think it matters whether or not he's doing it altruistically or not. I think it is still a good deed, and whether you like him or not, to try and downplay it and somehow make him a villain for curing 1,000 people's blindness is not only moronic, but is downright harmful itself. People, if you're watching this video, I know that it's really easy to be jaded about things, but like, not everything is evil and nonsense. Some people really do want to make a difference and have a platform to do that. And like my bottom line here, the message that I want to share is just treat people like humans, man. Like, and remember that not everything is, you know, black and white, and just because you feel something is one way doesn't mean it actually is. Anyway, boys, thank you for coming to this rendition of Techy Tuesday. If you liked the video, consider checking out my Discord server at discord.gd/ivy or go to twitch.tv/ivycomb, where this was filmed live every single Tuesday.